Coming up on Torrance Today, Councilmember John Kaji announces his plans to share more than a century of his family's rich history with our community. The Torrance Certified Farmers Market hosts another food demo this weekend featuring a Lunar New Year inspired dish. And hosting a Super Bowl party, a dietitian and nutritionist shares tips on enjoying our cheat day wisely. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Kirk Lyons. It's 4 p.m. on Thursday, February 9th. I hope your week is wrapping up nicely. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. For the first time, a council member announced plans to share a large piece of family history with our community in a unique way.
I've had the great fortune of being part of the South Bay community for several generations, which date back more than 100 years. The Kaji family would like to donate portions of our personal archive to the Torrance Public Library for the scholarly study of the community. Additionally, the Japanese American National Museum is offering items which, if accepted by the city, could result in the creation of a Japanese American collection within the Torrance Public Library. As the City of Torrance has one of the largest populations of Japanese Americans and Japanese expatriates in Los Angeles County, this would make a significant contribution to the understanding of our city's rich and diverse history. It would be noted that this discussion comes as we mark the 81st anniversary of Presidential Executive Order 9066, which forced the removal and incarceration of Americans of Japanese ancestry.
That executive order also affected many students attending the University of Southern California. And this weekend, Councilmember Kaji invites the community to join him in North Torrance as he shares that story in detail. More than 100 Japanese American students at USC got pulled out of their classes and relocated to internment camps during that time. For 15 years, Councilmember Kaji, who was the president of the USC Asian Pacific Alumni Association, pushed for the university to atone for its treatment of these Nisei students. His efforts helped lead to the families of the deceased Nisei Trojans receiving posthumous honorary degrees less than a year ago, or 80 years after they were forced to leave their school. You can learn more about this important part of our history on Sunday, February 12th at 1 p.m. at the Faith United Methodist Church located at 2115 West 182nd Street. El Camino College wants to learn how to best serve its students through a series of public forums. The latest one is happening right now at the Katie Geisert Civic Center Library. It's taking place until 5:15 if you live close by and want to drop by. ECC's trustee Cliff Newmark, who is also a former Torrance council member, is there with Superintendent and President Dr. Brenda Thames to listen in on the conversation on how the college can adjust to the changing times. They want to better understand students' challenges so they can continue to thrive. This comes as ECC just wrapped up its winter session and prepares to begin its spring semester this weekend. And the Torrance Certified Farmers Market has another food demo coming up. And while the Lunar New Year officially ended last weekend, this week's presenter is continuing the celebration.
Hi everyone, welcome to Loving and Sharing with Milian.
Milian Chu is a home cook who creates easy-to-make dishes, often in large amounts. This Saturday, she'll be using lots of fresh produce from the farmers market to make a Lunar New Year-inspired Chinese chicken salad. Her demo takes place from 10 a.m. to noon. Community members are invited to apply to become the next food demo star. Just drop by the information booth at the market and pick up an application. The Torrance Certified Farmers Market is open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., rain or shine. And illegal sidewalk vending continues to be an issue throughout our state. And our city now has a new ordinance in place preventing people from selling products unlawfully. Torrance has a sidewalk vendors ordinance requiring vendors to follow local, county, and state laws, such as obtaining proper permits. The city also developed a vendor task force consisting of a team from the city's code enforcement unit as well as the fire and police departments, plus the LA County Public Health Mobile Food Task Force. Together, they conduct joint inspections of illegal food vendors. The city is asking for the public's help by not supporting illegal vendors and reporting them to the LA County Environmental Health Division at 888-700-9995. Super Bowl Sunday is an exciting time to cheer on the Kansas City Chiefs or the Philadelphia Eagles as they fight to become champions. And while many of us may be tempted to binge on salty and sweet snacks as we stayed glued to our couches, a dietitian and nutritionist says, think twice.
When it comes to a healthy Super Bowl party, if you're throwing one, I would recommend starting with lots of healthy options. So a simple suggestion is make a little plate, make a platter, something with lots of veggies. Colorful veggies give you that crunch factor. Add some whole grain crackers. Add some cheese or nuts for protein. And this is going to give you a lot of nutrition and not a lot of extra calories. If you want to have your chicken wings, and try and healthify them, maybe use the air fryer, maybe use buffalo cauliflower wings instead. And if you're trying to serve a meal, let's go with a vegetarian chili. Serve a meal with lots of options with toppings like shredded cheese, some chips, guacamole. That way people can mix and match and enjoy it throughout the game, and you don't need to get up and keep making different food.
Here are some more tips for those heading over to a watch party. Don't get there super hungry. Eat something at home first. Before you serve yourself, survey all the options, and when you choose the items you want to eat, put them on a plate instead of eating at the table. When you're done eating, put down the plate and focus on the game. And above all, have a healthy and safe Super Bowl Sunday. As we head into the weekend, be sure to catch the latest episodes of Weekends in Torrance. On Friday, meet 91-year-old tap dance teacher Patty Joy Neal, who recently retired after teaching at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center for 22 years. Then get to know former Mayor Patrick J. Fury as we highlight his decades of service to our city. And on Sunday, learn about how touchless pedestrian push buttons are helping to keep our community safe. They were first installed as a pilot program at the intersection of Madrona Avenue and Torrance Boulevard, and since then, 2 new sets were added throughout our city, one at Crenshaw and Del Amo Boulevards, and another at the intersection of Hawthorne Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. Our Public Works Department expects to install even more touchless buttons in the coming year, along a stretch of Anza Avenue from Del Amo to Sepulveda Boulevards. You can watch these stories and much more on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right here on Torrance City Cable. And still ahead, it's Theater Thursday, and we give you a sneak peek into the Torrance Theater Company's current production when we come back in 60 seconds.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
Finally found a place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Theater Thursday, we're taking you behind the scenes of the Torrance Theater Company's latest production called The Half-Life of Marie Curie.
Marie Curie, in this story, has just found out she has received a second Nobel Prize, but they do not want her to come and accept it because she has been involved in a scandal in that she is involved with a married man. And the double standard is something that is examined in the play. The show only includes 2 people, Hertha and Marie Curie. It is the story of these two women and how they navigate a field, science mostly, that is very male dominated, and how are they able to kind of navigate that being a woman. It's really interesting to have that mix of drama and dramatization with kind of the history of these two women. And obviously, it being a live play, every night is different, every night is special and magical, and that it's just happening, you know, in the moment.
Seats are available for tonight's performance, and there are still 2 weekends left for those planning a date night in the near future. To grab your tickets, just go to torrancetheatercompany.com. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here on Monday with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great weekend.